It isn't your standard wedding reception music, but this reggae group is just one of 3 bands that will play at this soiree for newlyweds Keith and Anseth Page Richards. The reception spreads both upstairs and downstairs, inside and outside at the Jolla Country Club, with 500 guests queuing up for food and drink.
You want a piece of that too? Oh, hi there.
The bride's family is sparing no details. There's even a freelance TV crew to record the festivities for a videotape wedding album.
Hey, Burl, what's going on? Good to see you again. What's this? What you got? Pretty ugly, huh? You look pretty.
Yeah, look what I got. Don't hold the veil.
No more veil trouble.
Stuff, baby.
We don't need any veil trouble.
I know, no. Had enough. How you doing?
Just great.
Who did you bring with you? Goodness. Just a TV camera. Oh my God. It's crazy. It's unbelievable. It's really nice.
One of the best you've been to, and it's your own?
Oh, definitely the best I've ever seen. Mom did a fantastic job.
Mom is Betty Page Alexander, a former Texas socialite from Fort Worth.
How does San Diego parties, receptions like this compare to Dallas and Fort Worth? You know, there's such an image of Dallas. And
putting me on the spot. That's a very leading question.
Diplomatically, you must be a diplomat.
I've lived here half of my life, and I've lived there half of my life, and I'm very glad. I think everything's wonderful out here, and I'm glad that I'm a transplanted Texan, because La Jolla is really my home, and I love it.
The reception has the kind of flourishes that will get big play in the newspapers, even if the bride's mother weren't an old chum of columnist Burl Stiff. He's also familiar with other societies like the posh Dallas scene, and thinks San Diego's isn't nearly as snobbish.
There's not a great chasm between high and low, for that matter. It's very accessible, I think. Anyone who aspires to what there is in the way of capital S society has a very good chance of achieving it. I don't think San Diego reaches out for new people, but it doesn't rebuff them either. And it certainly doesn't matter, lineage doesn't matter, schools don't matter. Money even doesn't matter a lot. It doesn't hurt to have it. I mean, it helps a lot to have it, and the more you have, the easier it is. But if you don't have it, it's not an insurmountable obstacle.
You don't find much racial or ethnic mixing at most high society parties, but Stiff ascribes that as much to geography as sociology.
You're almost more conscious, I am, of seeing somebody from Rancho Santa Fe at a Mission Hills party than I am of seeing an ethnic difference. People ask about San Diego society. It seems to me that it's a kind of federation of societies here based on geography, really. There's a La Jolla society, there's a Point Loma society, there's a North County society, Coronado. And they don't really mix very much at all. There's no reason for them not to, but you don't very often see La Jolla people at Point Loma parties, Point Loma people at La Jolla parties.
There are, of course, many occasions that bring the separate scenes together and a subtle cliquishness that goes beyond where one lives. But in San Diego, perhaps to a greater degree than elsewhere, the dividing line between high society's upper crust and lower echelons doesn't seem indelible. Gene Cubbison, News 8.